Hi, today we're going to talk about factoring trinomials. Now remember, a trinomial has three parts, so this has 1, 2, 3 parts. When we factor that, we're going to undistribute like terms. So we're going to do two different ways. You can either use the box method or you can use the grouping method. So first of all, we need to look, and we always look at our last number, and we say in our head, what are the multiples of 6 that will add up to 5? So my multiples of 6 are 6 times 1 and 2 times 3. Okay? So in this case, 6 and 1 could be 5 or 7, depending on if they're negative or positive. And 2 and 3 could be 1 or 5. So this, we have to decide, are we going to use 6 and 1 or are we going to use 3 and 2? So because both of these are positive, we can look and say we have to have both of these be positive. So if I just did 6 plus 1, I would get 7. So this would have to be a 7. So I'm not going to use those two numbers. I'm going to use my 2 and 3. So if you would like to use the box method, okay, I'm going to put my x and my x here, and I'm going to put my 2 and my 3 here. And then I can do the box method out. This is x squared. This is 3x, this is 2x, this is 6. When I circle both of these, I need to get a 5, so they both need to be pluses, right? So that is my two binomials, x plus 2 times x plus 3. So we have been working on, I have been giving you the two binomials, and you've been multiplying them out to find the trinomial answer when you multiply them together. Now we're basically undistributing or factoring. We call that factoring in math. And that is my answer, okay? If I ask you for the two factors, that is your answer. You keep them in the two blobs, okay? If you want to do the grouping method, which is totally fine, you can do this, x squared. I know my two middle terms are plus 2x and plus 3x, and then my last one is 6. So my first and my last always stay the same. And then this one is the combination of the two middle ones up here. So then I could group. I'm going to put a blob around my first one and put a blob around my second one. And I'm going to say, what can I take out? X and X. And I have X plus 2 left. And in this one, I can take a 3 out. So I take a plus 3 out. And I have X plus 2 left. These are my common binomial. So I take that out. And what do I have left? X plus 3. So in this case, some of you will see the numbers pop out right away. And if some of you that don't, either do the box method if this was your favorite way, or do the grouping method if this was your favorite way. It doesn't matter. Some of them will be easy numbers because it's only one choice. Once you get a number like 24, there's so many multiples of 24, you might have to do a little bit more math. All right, I tried to pick some easy ones that weren't too hard. My factors of 8 are 8 times 1. Remember, factors are what two numbers multiply together. And 4 times 2. This is a negative, and this is a positive. So I need a negative 6. If I did one of these minuses, I would get a 9 or a negative 9, or I would get a 7 or a negative 7. So 8 and 1 don't work. 4 and 2 are going to be my numbers. If I need a negative 6, one needs to be negative, and so does the other. So if I want to do grouping, I'm going to say this. X squared minus 4x minus 2x plus 8. Okay? Remember, my first and last stay the same, and then I just put the combination in the middle. Then I can group. I can take an x out, and I have x minus 4 left. I can take a negative 2 out of here, and I have an x plus 4 left. Then my answer is going to be x plus 4 times x minus 2. Now, I like the box method. Some of you will really like the box method if you like to look at pictures. X squared and 8, negative 4x, negative 2x, same thing. What can I take out of here? A negative 2. What can I take out of here? An x. What can I take out of here? An x. What can I take out of here? Oh, I didn't do this one right. This is a minus 4. Sorry, that's a minus 4. Because that's a minus 4 and that's a minus 4. X and then a minus 4. So those are my two answers. X minus 4 times X minus 2. Okay. Next one's 9 times 1 and 3 times 3. 3 times 3 will give me 0 or 6, not 8. Cross them out. All right, now I'm going to put my blobs in here. X squared and minus 9. So I need a positive 8. So I'm going to have a 9 and a 1 in here. And it doesn't matter which place you put 1. But I want a positive 8. So my 9 has to be positive and my 1 has to be negative. Because then those two would add to a positive 8, which is what your goal has to be. Now I can factor out. What comes out here? X. What can I take out of here? Just a minus 1, right? What can I take out of here? Just an X. What can I take out of here? A minus 9. And I want, no, a plus 9, right? Because I can't take, I'll leave a 1 in there. Plus 9 is what I want to take out. Because then I'm going to have this, X plus 9, X minus 8. If they're not both negative, I could take a negative 1 out here because they're both negative. This one has a positive and a negative, so it has to be positive. You can't take a negative out. All right, X minus 1, X plus 9. If you want to do the grouping method, X squared minus 1X plus 9X minus 9. I can take an X out, I have X minus 1. I can take a 9 out, I have X minus 1. And I get X minus 1 and X plus 9. Doesn't matter which way you do it, you should get the same answer. I'm giving you both methods. Okay, next one. My factors of 18 that add to 3 are going to be 9 times 2, 18 times 1, and then 6 times 3, right? This gives me 11 and or 7, 19 and or 17. Doesn't give me 3. I need to find a 3. 6 and 3 gives me a 3. So this is where my signs matter. I want a negative 3. So my 6 has to be negative and my 3 has to be positive. So block and block. X squared minus 6X plus 3X minus 18. Or X squared minus 6X plus 3X minus 18. Either way, you'll get the same answer. What can I factor out? 3. What can I factor out? X. And this is a positive 3. What can I factor out this way? X. What can I factor out this way? They're both negative, so I can take a negative out. My answer is X minus 6 times X plus 3. This one, X. What do I have left? X minus 6. Positive 3. What do I have left? X minus 6. You want to make sure these end up being the same. If they don't, you probably made a mistake adding or subtracting. Or it's just prime and you can't do it. X plus 3, X minus 6. And those are your two answers. And it doesn't matter which one's first. All right, that's the basics, bare bone notes for factoring a trinomial with just the coefficient of 1. It gets a little harder when there's a number in front of here. So we're not going to do those for a little bit.